Hi everybody, it's Cassidy from the O'Donnell Homestead. I am starting seeds. So I'm going to show y'all kind of how I go about doing this because it's not how I have done it in the past. Like I've switched up quite a bit just in terms of how I start seeds, partly for space and partly because I just think that this works so much better in terms of being able to pick out the most like the strongest plants. So I'm going to kind of show you, this is what I have going on. I have a bucket of soil, and then I have these, sorry, you can see my bathroom back there, these seed starting trays that I got. So I bought these at like a liquidation store near me. And what I do essentially, I'm just kind of showing you while I'm sitting here, is I will put, so these are my Sun Gold tomatoes and these are my Super Sweet 100s. So I'm going to do something called multi-sowing, and Charles Dowding does this. It's basically like where you plant a bunch together and then you separate them after a couple of weeks. Now, I can do this because I have the space to do this. So we just bought a giant greenhouse that we'll be able to use, and I have indoor space where I can bring them in when it gets too cold. So I start a bunch. I'm going to be selling some to some friends and family. And that is what I have found to be the most useful use of time. Instead of sitting there and just doing one thing, you have like a lot of, instead of sitting there with like the 72 cell tray and putting one seed per 72 cell tray, I am essentially putting, I don't know, in this row, like 16 seeds, letting them all come up, picking the strongest ones out of there. And then if some of them don't germinate, I'm not wasting space in those seed trays, seed cells. And I'm also being able to kind of like pick and choose like the hardier plants. So that seems to work out really well for us. And that is the way that I have done them. Well, I did them that way last year and my plants were so healthy and so happy the whole time. So that is kind of what I said I'm just going to continue to do going forward. Today I'm starting my tomatoes. So I have Super Sweet 100s, Sun Golds, Plum Regals, San Marzanos. I'm doing my jalapenos, my cayennes, and my bell peppers. And then also I'm starting leeks and bunching onions. I'm hopeful that in the next 3 weeks or so, we can start some radishes and things outside in our new greenhouse space, which I will be showing you going forward. But yeah, for now, I'm starting off with just starting my seeds inside, getting them all ready to plant. Now, I start a bit earlier than a lot of people do, like I said, partly because I have the space and I have the resources to be able to up pot and give them enough room. And I just have found that starting them a little bit earlier sets them off a little bit better for us here. So normally they'll say tomatoes, like I'm starting them like nearly a month before I'm supposed to. And this is what I did last year, and it really worked out in my favor. So we had some of the highest production of cherry tomatoes here at our little property. So I was really happy with that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And that's how I start my seeds, multi-sowing. They work really well.